Hello everyone, this is Shannon from Waffle Flower Crafts, and I am delighted to be here at Simon Says Stamp sharing with you how to create this tone-on-tone Christmas card using a brand new stamp set from Waffle Flower's November release. This is the Holiday Thanks stamp set. It was illustrated by Big Bear and Bird, and this large stamp set is not only beautiful but also very versatile. Not only can you use the main image to create Christmas cards and holiday thank you cards, but by simply sliding the stamp over and leaving off the tree, this main image works perfectly for birthday cards or just general thank you for the gift cards. However, with the holidays around the corner, I decided to create a Christmas card. I created an A2 top folding card base from a sheet of Simon Says Schoolhouse cardstock. I am now positioning the base into my MISTI and then positioning the main image from the Holiday Thanks stamp set. With the A2 card as a reference, you can really see how large this image is and how even if you chose to leave off the pine tree on the left, there's still plenty of this image remaining to cover an A2 card front for those birthday or thank you gift cards. I'm going to heat emboss this image, so first I applied some anti-static powder over the card front, and now I'll ink up the stamp with Versamark ink. Once I had the stamp thoroughly inked up, I'll fold my MISTI over and stamp my scene. Now I'll pour in some gold embossing powder and then tap off the excess. Then just heat set with my heat tool. Now that my main image is heat set, I'm now going to stamp my sentiment. This is from the Holiday Thanks stamp set as well, and I'm also going to gold heat emboss this, so I've applied some anti-static powder, and now I'm inking up my sentiment with Versamark ink. Once stamped, I'll apply some gold embossing powder, and then heat set with my heat tool. Once I've finished all my heat embossing, I like to take a dry, clean towel and just wipe off all the anti-static powder. Now I'm ready to color. I'm going to use several Copics to color in this image. I'm starting with my darkest first, which is R59, and I'm just coloring in all the darkest areas of my image. As I'm coloring, I'm trying to be very careful and avoid getting any marker on the gold heat embossing. If I do, I have a trick for cleaning it up. You use a colorless blender and just go over the heat embossed areas where you may have gotten a little bit of marker on top. The colorless blender picks up the ink, and I like to clean the blender off just with a piece of scrap paper. I'll just continue coloring my image in with my darkest shade before I move on to my next marker, which will be a lighter shade. And I also want to point out that I add a shadow to the very bottom of my image as well. Now that I'm done with my dark, I'm now going to work my way down through lighter shades of markers just to blend out and get a nice smooth gradation from the dark to the color of the paper. I have loved the simple yet stunning holiday cards that Yana Smakula creates, and today's card was greatly inspired by her beautiful creations. Check out her recent video over at Simon Says and her Yippee for Yana series. So I'm just about done here. I didn't quite like the transition between the marker to the paper, so I'm taking my lightest marker color here, which is RV23, and just coloring over the whole bear, and that will just smooth it out. And now that it's dry, you can see that I have a nice smooth gradation over all my colored areas. I could stop here, but I wanted to create more of a sense of space and atmosphere, so I chose to do a little ink blending. Again, going with the tone-on-tone look, I've chosen aged mahogany distress ink, and with a mini ink blending tool, I'll blend from the bottom and at the sides. This will really ground the whole scene. Once I finish the ink blending, this card is complete. I'll hold up to the camera so you can get a good look. I love this tone-on-tone look. It is so clean and simple, yet elegant and great for your holiday cards. If you want any more info on the products I use, please visit Simon Says, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.